Hi, everyone. My name is Simon. Thank you for tuning in to watch this clip. This is from Pathway Study Abroad, together with our partner from University of Hertfordshire in the UK, Laila here today. And she's going to be sharing further and giving us deeper insights more about the University of Hertfordshire and possibly why you might want to consider it, whether you are a high school student thinking about university in the UK or considering postgraduate opportunities. Pathway Study Abroad is based in Kampala. We have an office in Ngaba Road, and we also have a branch office in Kigali. And we've been in the field for quite some time, supporting students in their pursuits to study overseas. Without further ado, I'm going to let Laila introduce herself very briefly, and then we'll get into more about the University of Hertfordshire. Over to you, Laila.
Thank you very much, Simon. So my name is Laila Sansole, and I'm the Regional Country Manager for University of Hertfordshire, covering East and Southern Africa. University of Hertfordshire is located in the southeast of England. So it is 25 minutes outside of London by train. You would catch the train from King's Cross Station into Hatfield, and you would be at the doorstep of the university. The university is a multiple faculty university. We offer over 300 programs at undergraduate and postgraduate level. Our emphasis is on practical training and employability. Herts is very industry focused and industry led. So all our faculties develop their programs in consultation with industry.
Did you say 25 minutes from London?
Yes. So
is that by train, by car?
Okay, so from King's Cross train station in London, it's a 25-minute train ride to Hatfield, where the university is based. So that sort of being on the doorstep of London really comes with a multitude of benefits in terms of internships, cultural experiences, social experiences. It really is in the right place. I like to say to students, if you come to Hertfordshire, you get the London experience without the London price tag.
Nice. And I'm sure every parent wants to hear that. Now, could you just give us a highlight of some of the degree areas that kind of stand out that you're known for, whether it's in the STEM or in the social sciences, maybe 3 or 4 undergrad, postgrad. For our viewers, of course, you could definitely visit the website, but Laila could just run us through some of the areas that they're known for or some of your strong academic disciplines.
All right. So with over 300 programs, if you're thinking of studying in the UK, we probably have the program that you are interested in, so Herts should definitely be your first stop. Of course, I'm not going to sit here and say that we are brilliant at all 300 programs, but I will say that we have high employability in all 300 programs. The key programs are in our physics, engineering and computer science field, in healthcare and social work, in art and design, for example. So for healthcare and social work, for example, we're sitting at number 4 in the UK, according to the Guardian rankings of 2025 for social work. Number 6 for mental health nursing. So in terms of like that healthcare study area, we are quite leaders in that, and that is underpinned by our very strong links with the National Health Service. We also are highly ranked for animation, so we've been number 1 for animation for a while. In computer science and engineering, our recognition really is about the size of the building that we teach in, the size of the school itself, and also that we're innovative in that field, so we teach a lot in a practical manner. So if you're looking for aerospace engineering, for example, we've been teaching that for over 6 decades at the university. If you're looking at things like electrical engineering, if you're looking at computer science, we have some very specialist programs in there, artificial intelligence, robotics, cybersecurity, data science, network systems, that sort of thing. So if you're looking for a university that's modern and innovative and looking for a program that will increase your employability potential, Hertfordshire should be your first stop.
Wow, nice. That's very interesting. That's a good mix. Did you mention anything about social work?
Yes, so for social work, it's one of our flagship courses. We do a lot of research in the field, and we've got some excellent partnerships with social care organizations. Our current ranking for social work is 4th in the UK, according to the Guardian of 2025. That is a big jump. The last time I checked, we were at 16, but so that's a big jump for us. We're also in the top 10 for mental health nursing, in the top 10 for economics. This is all the Guardian ranking table for 2025.
Wow, that's quite impressive. Yeah, so thank you for that. If we could move on to, let's talk just a little bit about affordability, especially in terms of tuition. Is there any financial aid that's provided, whether it's partial? And could you just give our viewers a view of the cost of an education at Hertz?
Okay. So our standard course fees at undergraduate are $15,965. That's for standard courses. Of course, there are some courses that are a bit more specialized. For example, our nursing, optometry, physiotherapy, anything that requires specialist equipment or specialist facilities, those are slightly priced higher. Our standard course fees at postgraduate is $16,950, and those are also for standard courses. Of course, there's some specialist ones. We have a multitude of scholarships and discounts available to students from Eastern Southern Africa. Like, for example, if you're an undergraduate student, you'd be allowed to have a scholarship, an annual scholarship that's applied to every single year of study. That gives you a fee reduction of anything between £1,500 and £2,000.
Wow, okay, that sounds really good. Could you talk a little bit more now about student life in general? Facilities, are they on campus, accommodation? For the first year students, do they really struggle to get a room? Are there opportunities for student leadership? Let's speak more about the student life experience in a nutshell.
Okay. So Hertfordshire itself is a very international university. We have over 140 nationalities on campus. So you're coming for a truly international experience. We have accommodation on campus, over 4,000 beds available. And for that reason, we guarantee accommodation to all new international students every year. That means that you'll have a guaranteed bed. In terms of facilities, this is something that I'm really proud of at Hertfordshire. We give it our all when it comes to facilities. All our facilities are tailored to your profession. So if you are studying aerospace engineering, for example, you would have access to flight simulators. If you're studying automotive engineering, you have automotive workshops. If you're studying law, we have our own law court on campus, like a replica courtroom. So you are immersed in your professional context from the beginning. We have consistently been ranked at the top 10 in terms of our facility spend. We recently opened our Spectra building. So Spectra is the home of science, physics, engineering, and computer science and technology. It was a multi-million-dollar project, and in there you have all the latest instrumentation. In addition to that, we are currently building our medical school, which should be open for September 2026. So facilities is our emphasis.
Wow, interesting. You talked about the moot court. Yeah, I had the chance to actually visit that earlier on this year. Mm-hmm. And I was told an actual judge actually visits or runs some of the sessions.
Yes, so we would, because we want you to have as much practical experience while you're studying, we really expose you to the way your profession works. So if you're a law student, for example, you would have some assessments where you have that realistic courtroom experience and you're assessed that way. So instead of just sitting in a classroom, we actually get the students to present that they would the same way they would in a courtroom. And because it's so realistic, you have the assessments with the judge, the jury, everything, just for the student to have an exact assessment. So it's different when you're just teaching content, but when you're teaching the practical skills, you know that graduate is going to be highly employable.
Wow. Impressive. We could now move on to more about, as an international student, can I work on campus? Am I limited? Do you have any career support or any mentorship along the lines of careers? Would you speak to that as well?
So I think the main thing is that your student visa to the UK permits you to work 20 hours a week. That limitation is during term time. So that's for a part-time job, just so you can supplement, I guess, your pocket money and that sort of thing. For those jobs, however, students work in retail, they work in hospitality, they work in care support, it's never going to be enough to pay your tuition fees, but it will definitely help with your pocket money, your rent money, those sort of funds to generate those sort of funds. In terms of like a job that's more aligned with a career, we have an extremely proactive careers and employment department on campus that offers a multitude of services from CV writing support, interview practice. They do everything, and they continue to support the students for up to 3 years after the student graduates. So even when the student has graduated and they're navigating their professional life, they can always come back to the careers and employment department to get whatever support they need to progress further in their career.
I've liked that you've really, at one point you talked about the industry connections, and you've also mentioned about how you have a career support that really helps students both with preparing for their jobs, their interviews, their CVs, and then also the industry connections really help them bridge and access opportunities with industry. Anyway, having said that, in my experience, at least for the students that I've sent, they've really had a wonderful time. And as I bring this to a close, I just thought I would say, in a few words, maybe in 5 words, what would you say are some of the words that stand out in terms of why you should stick to University of Hertfordshire? I know affordability is one of them. Could you list for me maybe like 2 or 3 more?
Affordability, so very reasonable tuition fees. Employability, we are building you into a graduate that is employable by giving you practical training as well as academic training. We've also invested in employability. We have over 150 industry partnerships, which give you opportunities for internships, will give you opportunities for work experience. Employability is also further promoted by knowing that our programs are developed in consultation with industry. So we have gone to your future employer and asked them what you need to have for you to be employed by them, and they have given us that feedback, and we fed it back into our courses. And like I said before, facilities. Honestly, the facilities, the teaching and learning facilities at Hertfordshire, I honestly believe are above the standard for most universities, because of the use of the professional instrumentation you'll use, the professional software you'll use right from day one. It means that we're giving you the best learning environment for you to gain the most from the program. The other one I would say is proximity to London. London is a global hub, financial, fashion, style, art, culture, food, music, everything comes out of London. And honestly, if you're that close, it means you're right at the doorstep of opportunity. The 5th one, I guess in more than 5 words,
Yeah, that's fine.
5 points, is that student support. So Hertfordshire really values our partner. At Hertfordshire, we really value our partnerships. For example, working with Pathway, we want to make sure that you are taking care of our student right from the beginning. Pathway is one of our trusted advisors in the region, and they will be able to give you brilliant support. However, it doesn't end just at Pathway. I am dedicated to this region. I'm part of a significantly large international office, and we have a lot of student support on campus as well. Student well-being is something that we really emphasize, from your mental health to your physical health to your emotional health. We really want Herts students to be the best they are at all times.
Great. So having said all that, I don't think there's much more to add. If you're a viewer out there considering the UK, you definitely want to consider University of Hertfordshire. Pathway Study Abroad is on ground, as I mentioned earlier, both in Kampala and in Kigali. And even if you're not in the region, we can definitely support you. We are the on-ground recruiters, supported by Laila and her team. And so we can definitely help you out. And the best part about it is the service is free. So you get a lot of career counseling, career support, application support, and we guide you all through up to securing your visa. So if you're definitely thinking about the UK, we will be glad to support you and get you on campus to the University of Hertfordshire. The main intake is September, right? September. Every year, September. However, usually for the postgrads, we do have a lot of options in September and in January as well. So you can definitely reach out, and we'll be glad to support you. Laila, do you have any parting words? Just to say bye-bye or any other thing? If not really, then...
No, not really.
Okay.
I think I want our hashtag is #GoHerts or #HeartsBeatsFaster. We really want to be the most stimulating environment for you. We really want you to go further, go harder, go better. So go Herts.
Right. All right. Thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you soon in our offices. Bye-bye. Thank you.